My country people them. This man where when I see him for this picture, na Dr. John Nkingasong, where he come up from Libya, Bangwa man. Na Cameroonians them this of pedigree. Cameroonians the way they get powers and influence. When I see that man where he shake his hand, na the former president of the United States of America, Bill Clinton. And when I see this other man, the day so na for a meeting where this man, where when I see him, so now the current president of the United States, Joe Biden, they rub shoulders, they shake hands with the president, the most powerful man in the world. Now, imagine, say they want to get a leader for Cameroon when an Anglophone person. Look at the kind of caricatures where the worker call themselves presidents or leaders of Anglophones. Christopher Anu, Sako Ekome, Ayabacho Lucas, Ebenezer Akwanga, Irene Gwa, Tapang Ivo, Eric Tato, Mark Barretta. What an insult to Anglophones. And you get responsible, well-educated, well-traveled, seasoned, political and academic people the way they don't achieve on the international stage when the Anglophones them they. No, we not choose them. They don't represent Anglophones them. Now these caricatures them. Comedians like Christopher Anu. Now them where they pass down for front the worker call themselves presidents of this. Ayub Tabe come out go for America where side overside caterpillar shoot them or na salamander shoot them. Worker talks they do diplomatic offensive. You get responsible Cameroonians them like Dr. Simon Munzu there for day. No, na these caricatures them, these comic figures them. They pass down for front. Marianta said they will be president for Anglophones. Oh, Baba me. If you know how they don't coach una, now say una not even understand the gravity of the insults. It is insulting. Now why that way? One of their biggest targets na education. They fight against education because when we get sense, we go understand the stupidity. Now, why that way? The people, the way they follow this Ambazonia madness, that they're poorly educated because they don't understand how the world it work. Now, why that way? People like Eric Tato, Sako, and Christopher Anu, they feel fool them, forgive them their money. Mami, the way they work for McDonald's, they do cleaning job, care work. They make maybe $15, $20 an hour. They work minimum pay, minimum wages them. They contribute at $10, €10, €10, £10. They give Christopher Anu, they made they should not begin chop. That is the Ambazonian madness. Anglophone wickedness to Anglophones. It is a scam. You get responsible Anglophones the way they out there. None of them, no they in this Ambazonian madness. So Matt tell una, just imagine. These pictures will come up for show now. Imagine if it be been one of the Amba fools. Imagine Senator Sako Ekome if they shake hands with Bill Clinton. It is sit on the same table. It is talk with the current sitting president of the United States, Joe Biden. Imagine if it been Ayub Tabe. Imagine if it been Carson Anyangwe or any of these Amba shit no white idiots. If they talk at this high level for Shidon, for a meeting, a conference, or even any kind of avenue or venue, and they talk, shake hands, laugh with the current president of the United States, the most powerful person in the world. Wait there for talk. All those pictures, therefore, they all over Facebook. Therefore, use them for fool wuna. How America they support we? Hey, America they come. Even when we Ayuk Tabe, Sakota, Pang, Eric Tato, all of these caricatures them. They know we don't ever get even a picture with any important person in the world. They don't get even picture. They still can't fool una. Say the United Nations, it gets ships at Amba's Bay. Hey, una don't suffer, my country people them. Ignorance now bad thing. They start telling now for 2017, 2018, say United Nations get ships at Amba's Bay. Who said the ships the day? They still the Amba's Bay. They say when I start time, they come, they train 5,000 soldiers for South Africa. They come since 2017, 18. Who said the day? Then imagine if they get the opportunity for take just picture with an American president. Una know, use yourself. Imagine say what people they believe the ships at Amba's Bay, United Nations, UNESCO go ban school year. They believe all that nonsense without any evidence, not even fake picture. They don't get even picture for full una time. Then imagine if they be provide picture where Carson Anyangwe or Tapang Ivo or Eric Tato or Ayabacho or Sako Ekome is sit down for the same table, they talk, they laugh, they shake hand with an American president. Imagine the level of propaganda where they for do am. Can you imagine? Because I know exactly which way they for talk am. And una for fall for it. Una for believe them. So powerful Anglophones the day out there. None of them no they support Ambazonia terrorism because wait, they get sense and no be thief people them. They no get no use for the worker thief because they get for brain, they get for pocket, for their bank account, they have the resources, they have the power, they have the influence. They no need for fool what people them for donate their $10 give them for make ends meet. When I don't hear for ourselves them, how CAPO Daniel they talk, Tapang they talk, Eric Tato they talk about their own thievery, how they thief. As a matter of fact, no me go talk am no. When I listen to themselves, they go talk. When I listen.
Ambazonia, when a president that they give money for church, God money. Eh? People they need the fear. The man be a thief, got your own money. Ambazonia, listen. Sako be a thief, got your money. He no fear God. The man thief church money, he no fear God. That wubuna. No, no, give me an excuse. Ambazonia, no why excuse. Who be you? If Sako fit thief God in money, it thief am. Yeah. I said money for church. Well, they say Sako thief God in money, Papa God for heaven. Sako thief am money for church. They give me go put for bank. Sako thief the money. They put it for back bench for church. They stop for pay house rent. Church stop for pay house rent. Sako no fear for thief Papa God for heaven in money. Then who be you? What Ambazonia, what will be the thing? Will be the carry Sako put it for chair as president? Will the tell presidential basket? When I ask yourself, say which man come with the idea of presidential basket? And who said that money for presidential basket go? Today. You'll get $1,000. You will give of your account. You'll say, oh, let me take 200 and give to the presidential basket for my able president. Who said the money day? If man fit thief church money, Papa got in money, offering, tithes, he thief am. He made like this, he take the thing so he put it for pocket. Now Amazonia money no thief am. Now answer me. Now when money he go fear for thief am. Well, as I do for you so, something that way I don't feel I fear. Even Satan, I tell the truth. Even devil, Satan for hello, Satan know what way God will do it. Satan the fear. Satan cannot touch God's money. Why? They say if Satan if he thief money, Satan never just go for church, go thief all money for church. If he pass by through other people, then push them there and say, go thief him, go thief him. Because he says Satan the fear for thief. See what Satan no fit do, Sako do. Sako thief money for church money. When I hear Tapo and know you since for 2000 and something, I probably know you. When I hear story, now, my turn something. In the next days and months ahead, when I go here, people will be coming up now to bring testimonies against Sako with facts. You know, because of the office he held and the position he had in Ambazonia, most people were very silent. And because they were respecting that position and, of course, respecting the nation of Ambazonia. But in the days ahead, people will be bringing out their experiences. They will be bringing out the truth about Sako, the things they know about Sako. Little did we know that Sako has been a staunch scammer. Back then when he was still in Cameroon. Somebody who stole money from the church. God's money. How dare you believe that he will not be able to steal your own money? Who are you? Is he afraid of you? Can you do him anything? If he stole God's money, the ultimate God stole the money in the presence of the Holy Spirit. Sako stole all the money. And you want Sako to be afraid of you, Ambazonians? No. It was a fundamental mistake, a regrettable one, to ever have given this man that position of leadership.
But I'll be very brief for this because, one, I want to advise people, not my followers. It is at your discretion if you want to side with SCNC or whatever. But SCNC activist Sheikh Kiavo Warmilim went online and told me and called my name in this video saying I'm against his views. Of course, I'm against anything SCNC. Of course, I'm against anything that brings division to people's lives. I'm against anything that brings division in Cameroon. Cameroon was already one. Cameroon is one. Even before we were colonized, we were one. Even after we were colonized, we were still reunited as one, although it was not signed. I am for one Cameroon. I don't stand and I will never ever support anything SCNC. SCNC is a self-determination group in Cameroon that is even illegal in the first place, according to the law. It is illegal. They seek self-determination, and like any other state in the world, like any other state, they have the right to sovereignty. There are two things in international human rights laws that always conflict. The first one is the right to sovereignty, and the second one is the right to self-determination. These two are always at variance. The second thing that always conflicts is cultural relativism and human rights. So in Cameroon, Biya has every right. Tell your brothers, simply call your family. Call your family. I called mine, I told them that to stay at home. Call your own family and say, please stay at home. That's all. That's all. They want the country to divide. They have simply seen a good cause made by the lawyer and they are infiltrating now to bring it to the table. Because they know when the minister invites them in Yaoundé, they will now bring in the SCNC thing. No, please, Mr. Biya, my own president, my good president, please be watchful about this. Be watchful. The opposition leaders as well should be watchful. The teachers should also be watchful. The lawyers should be watchful. People are listening to you. You put up a very good cause, which I support. Because as a citizen, I support. I've gone through marginalization and all the rest. I side with you, the lawyers and teachers, in your peaceful strike. I completely side with you. In fact, you're doing a great job. I've been supporting and promoting you. And I also completely support the government, the effort the government has been doing to bring to the dialogue table. It is not enough. Please, Mr. President, if you're listening to me, it is not enough. Just simply put it at a high-level dialogue table. Don't end it with the ministers. You're doing a good job, the government. You tried your best last week to bring people together to dialogue. Of course. But please, we want more. Like Oliver Twist, please, we want more. Please, Mr. President, listen to us. Dialogue with us. We want peace. The people who are fighting on the streets don't represent us. I distance myself from them. Please, if you're watching me, also distance yourself from them. Distance yourself from them. The people who are fighting on the streets, they are not fighting for the good of the people. If you're fighting for the good of the people, don't use violence. If you're fighting for the good of the people, of Cameroonians, of Anglophone Cameroonians, don't resort to violence. Simply stay at home or you just walk. Mothers are there carrying their babies and going to the market and they are suffering from tear gas canisters or whatever, blown up grenades and whatever because of some stupid boys who are on the street using violence. I will not even say stupid because they are ignorant. They are ignorant boys who have been manipulated by some SCNC activists. Please, don't listen to this SCNC. Please don't listen to them. I'm a free thinker. I'm a free thinker. I'm a good public speaker. I will come online. I will tell you the truth. And nothing but the truth. If I'm going to Cameroon in December or in January or in February or whatever, is that anybody's business? Cameroon, the president loves, when I go there, the police, I sit with them and I drink my beer. I drink my wine and whiskey and we crack jokes. Because Cameroon is friendly. People paint a bad image about Cameroon that they'll arrest you. Have they arrested all those newspapers? See the headlines in newspapers in Cameroon. Have they arrested them? Have they closed down newspapers? No. People give bad impression just to make Cameroon divide. Cameroon, they don't arrest people. They don't. They arrest you when they pose a security threat. Like those SCNC people, they pose security threats. If you're writing on Facebook and doing a thing simply, are you posing any security threat? Simply give solutions to what you're saying. If I see something, the roads are bad, I say, oh, the roads are bad, boya. Please tar those roads. Is that a bad thing? That is my civic right. That is my civic right. If I see the police climbing down on protesters, I say, oh no, please, police, we pay our taxes so that you are earning a salary, not to climb down on innocent protesters, on armed protesters. Please, don't do that. Is that a bad thing? No, that's a good thing. If I see corruption taking place in the Ministry of Public Works, I say, no, please, that thing is corrupt. Stop it. It's not good. You are bringing the image of Cameroon down and you're ranking us very high on the Transparency International Index. Please stop it. Is that a bad thing? No, that is a good thing. In Cameroon, every citizen should have the right to express his views and give solutions. That's why I call myself a solution-oriented critic.
Tapang Ivor, Tanku, he don't go out, he don't release a very sensitive information out of a phone conversation where I get them for ye. I yes, he don't publish the audio way record them for the phone call where they give very sensitive information about our diplomatic engagement. And those type of information, once they be for public, then get strong ramification because there are just things that you don't talk on social media. There are many things that are going on with other Ambazonian leaders that I know during the negotiation and interaction with Cameroon and other state parties that I am very aware that I've been briefed. They know that I know, but we have never gone to tell this type of things in the public because you must give diplomatic space a chance for them to work. You must. It is just how it works. Nobody who is sensible would release specific details of intelligence that are active in diplomacy like Tapang Ivor did. But it does not surprise me because Tapang Ivor, I should tell every Ambazonia, it is somebody that I respect. He's a personal friend of mine. When I say personal, that means we go a long way. We know our families, we know our girlfriends, we know the things we do and all this type of things. So we are very personal. We engage in that level. And this is a betrayer because he didn't just betray me. He has betrayed the struggle by putting out information that have direct ramification, identify people in state parties that are involved in our diplomatic efforts in Ambazonia. But I must tell this to the Ambazonia people to define who is Tapang Ivor. When I was working with Ayabacho and the Egg of Sea, we know that Tapang Ivor had received money for La Republique. We know that he was working for La Republique. That was what we had come to conclusion with. And that is always appear in our debates, and there is no need for me to be revealing those debates for respect of those people that I have relationship with them in the ADF. When we were fighting before they wanted to kill General Efang in Bui, Tapang Ivor was going out there specifically to provoke the boys in Bui Warrior to kill General Efang and the other ADF. He was going out there telling the Bui Warrior soldiers and the public that the ADF have sent General Efang to go and kill Chacha, when he knows that there was no decision made by the ADF for General Efang to kill Chacha, and Efang was simply going there with the boys in the Labo camp to go and collect a weapon. And for some mission, they might have had some mission to kill people, but that was never something that the cabinet in the ADF has discussed. It was never the intention of General Efang to kill Chacha. He was instigating infighting. He has always been instigating infighting. When we're negotiating in Canada, there were a principal, an interlocutor within the Cameroon government that had specific information that nobody else had. That information appeared in one of the outing of Tapang Ivor that shows that he has certain contacts that are not regular, contacts that were very important to the Paul Biya's regime as they were engaging in Canada. So there are many, many examples of Tapang, a boy that we all know have struggled in front of us, and suddenly he is coming from a person that will require money to buy a laptop from the Egg of Sea, managing his divorce with his wife, eventually out of a sudden, boom, buying a land and building a house. We all know how those things happen, but for sure we had that conclusion that based on Tapang Ivor's activity, he has received soya. That was the assumption we had in the ADF. And one of the things was that he called Ayabacho at one point when a Cameroon minister, I think have released the conversation, a Cameroon minister had approached him about the possibility of receiving bribe. And he did not put this information publicly or discuss with people that were close to him, but he called Ayabacho and told Ayabacho that Ayabacho recorded the audio and that this minister of Cameroon have contacted him about bribe, which we interpreted Ayabacho himself get the impression like Tapang Ivor was asking him to find out his own flexibility to show him this line. So we know these things. When somebody's behavior is not normal, it is contrary to any logic, then the obvious is either he is stupid or he has been bribed. But we know that Tapang Ivor is not a stupid boy. And I want to define him so that Ambazonia should know what Tapang is, what he has said in this struggle, so that you can define him by his own conduct. But what Tapang did to release specific information which he could withhold about the British government in our effort to try to resolve this problem is despicable. But Ambazonia should know something. When we went to Canada, the Canadian government, after the first session, the ambassador to Cameroon, he pulled me aside together with the new ambassador of Canada and one rep who was working with the Commonwealth. They pulled me aside and have a 2 hours meeting, just me alone. And they congratulated me in front of the other members who were there and give our people a very important critical thinking. They told them, this we congratulate you, CAPO Daniel, for your defense of Ambazonian struggle integrity. It is because of the defense you have put out there in the international community for all the atrocities that has happened in Ambazonia that have earned you people this chance. And this chance in Canada was one in a lifetime chance the international community is giving you people. If you people mess this up, I can guarantee you there will be no any other chance for Ambazonia to have any negotiation, settlement, or have a say in how things will move forward. So these are the things that I've done for our country that our people should know. But I will play some audio for Tapang Ivor, make una understand who a Tapang Ivor be, and it will give una perspective on who we would deal with. Una listen for Tapang Ivor. This one na the first audio I go play am na one of the audio them in the beginning of this struggle. Una know say Tapang Ivor, just like Seseko Ayoktabi and many of our people, then when this struggle will start, we will all want to take and for way it go fit get solution. But we get Ayabacho, where and Sheikh Kavi, they be already radicalized. They be the struggle for inject war. They be one for provoke war with Cameroon. No matter how we negotiate, and I get first-hand experience for this one, because the first big protest will be planned for Ambazonia when this strike be start. When I need John Fundi, it be one of the idea. It be on the 7th of January 2007, if my dates are not wrong. We will begin to get a massive all-out rally for our people and for demand federation, for demand equality. That protest be end up being cancelled. Why? Because Ayabacho be the only find way for recruit boy them, be then carry Ambazonian flag during those period, and where the La Republic don't talk say go be provoked, and they go consider one like a declaration of war, and they go kill people. So I want for just give una the background for what it be happen during those period them. But I want me gonna hear Tapang Ivor in his own words, so that me gonna know exactly who he be. Gonna listen.
Brief for this because one, I want to advise people, not my followers. It is at your discretion if you want to side with SCNC or whatever. But SCNC activist Sheikh Kiavo Milim went online and told me and called my name in this video saying I'm against his views. Of course, I'm against anything SCNC. Of course, I'm against anything that brings division to people's lives. I'm against anything that brings division in Cameroon. Cameroon was already one. Cameroon is one. Even before we were colonized, we were one. Even after we were colonized, we were still reunited as one, although it was not signed. I am for one Cameroon. I don't stand and I will never ever support anything SCNC. SCNC is a self-determination group in Cameroon that is even illegal in the first place. Like any other state, they have the right to sovereignty. Biya has every right. SCNC activists who are seeking to divide the country.
So, unadi hear Tapang Ivor in his own word, as early in this struggle, when our lawyer did be killed, our Peking did be killed, it make his position very clear. He stand for one Cameroon. He say Cameroon no go ever be divided. He even support Pobia right. Say Pobia get a right for kill SCNC people them. Una hear he in his own word.
I'm against anything that brings division in Cameroon. Cameroon was already one. Cameroon is one. Even before we were colonized, we were one. Even after we were colonized, we were still reunited as one, although it was not signed. I am for one Cameroon. I don't stand and I will never ever support anything SCNC.
So now the Tapang Ivor that in his own words them me gonna know. And Tapang Ivor he be not always they consider Ayabacho and a group would shake everyone meleng them as infiltrator them for this Ambazonian struggle where it be been a legitimate struggle where Ayabacho them according to ye the one turn them into war when at the thing that way Cameroon be the waiter. When I listen.
Of course, I don't want a Cameroon where people are dividing themselves or want to seek independence. No, I don't. The lawyers put up a genuine strike because they identified every Cameroonian along one thing, the Anglophone problem, and not along SCNC or CPDM or SDF or whatever. No. If they brought in partisans or party whatever or groups or whatever, people could have backed out. People came to side with the lawyers and teachers because they accepted that Cameroon has a problem, the Anglophone problem. We are marginalized. So what is the solution? That we should simply come together, sit and dialogue and say, okay, Mr. Bia, please, let us try to see how we can do this. Let's try to see how, if you get one, I get one. If you get two, I get two. Which is a good thing. Is that a bad thing? No, it's not a bad thing, right?
So I want me gonna hear Uduna own voice because the enemy is working very hard to torpedo any hope for peace. Our people are wicked, I tell you, Ambazonians. When I came up with this word, the wicked black man syndrome, it wasn't a joke. When I tell you people that Tapang Ivor is wicked and evil, our people are wicked and evil. The worst thing that can happen to Ambazonian is that he sees somebody else leading and taking solutions that will bring success to our people. Tapang Ivor's motivation only God alone knows. But when somebody contradicts himself in logic without any logical explanation, the only thing is that you know his motivation. This is Tapang Ivor in his own words, and I want you to hear. Why will this boy be trying to instigate infighting in Ambazonia, trying to put one group against the other? Like I said, anybody that wants this war to continue indefinitely is either working with the Ferdinand Gongos faction of La République du Cameroon government, with Atanji Paul, or is somebody who is so corrupt in their soul and drunk by power and envy and jealousy to even resolve the problem because they want our people to continue to suffer unless they are the ones who bring the solution. Nevertheless, you shall know the truth for everybody. Like my friend in China always say, God will expose everybody in the Ambazonian struggle for our people, because we could have been in hell if, God forbid, we had just had independence without us knowing who we are as a people. Listen to Tapang Ivor. So this is how Tapang Ivor had seen the Ayabachus as infiltrators. Listen to him.
Just walk. When you see the policeman carry a bottle of water and give him, oh, boy, I bet you can drink, sir, master, you don't try. Right now, yesterday, as of yesterday in Cameroon, there was a Boko Haram attack in the north. These are the police who are guarding us against Boko Haram. Now we are dividing the country, and these are the same useless SCNC activists wanting to divide the country. We are fighting Boko Haram in the north. People are there wanting violence on the streets. People are there. Look at my post. Most of them who come and say, no, they should go and fight. They should exercise. They should go and fight. Are mostly SCNC people. Not all SCNCs. I will not lump all SCNCs. There are some people with good hearts. There are some ones with very bad policies. What Sheikh Yabo War Milim, right, is very bad. What he says is very bad. Don't send your brothers and sisters to go and fight. These people are sitting in the West. That's all. They want the country to divide. They have simply seen a good cause made by the lawyer, and they are infiltrating now to bring it to the table. Because they know when the minister invites them in Yaoundé, they will now bring in the SCNC thing. No, please, Mr. Bia, my own president, my good president, please be watchful about this. Be watchful.
So now Tapang Ivor that in its own word. No be say some person they can misinterpret it, some person they can twist them like how they do them.